Hello YouTube, welcome to FrankHurt channel. This Tacoma, it's a 2008 Tacoma, and the problem with this Tacoma is that when the customer is driving it over the bumps, small potholes, bumps, it makes a subtle clunking sound, okay? And we think that we have figured it out. So there are two places where it's making that sound from. One is the stabilizer bushing. So this bushing right here that you see, that's one spot. So one of the sound is from here. You can see that there is play too. Can you move it more? Okay, so there's one spot. Second spot is the stabilizer links. Okay, so you can, so that is what the problem is. So we're going to replace both stabilizer links and the bushings on both sides, the left and right. Okay, in order to replace the stabilizer bar links, you need a 17mm wrench or a socket, whatever you have available. It's going to go right here. Okay, you need a 6mm Allen key, okay, which will go here. Okay, you need a wire brush, because if you go off-roading, this whole part is going to be filled with dirt and mud. So you want to clean this off before you start taking it off. Clean it here, and you want to clean it on the inside here. Okay, so clean those two spots. And it's very important that you get the right Allen key. If you get a wrong Allen key and you happen to strip this from inside, it's going to be pretty hard to take this nut off. So what I do is I actually clean this hole where the Allen key is going to go. I get something sharp and I clean that hole so the Allen key goes perfectly in there. Okay, so after you wire brush the threads here, you clean these threads, get something sharp and clean this hole, because you can see how much dirt and mud is just going to fall out. If you don't clean this, the Allen key is not going to go all the way in, and there's a chance that you're going to end up stripping it. Okay. If you have any kind of penetrating fluid like WD-40 or any penetrating fluid, spray it on. It will just help you. It's nothing worse than the nut getting stuck on here and then you're going to cut it off. Okay, make sure that the Allen key is secure in there. And I'm keep on repeating myself, I know, but if that starts slipping, I mean, you can go on this side and you can put a vice grip, if you can fit a vice grip on here to hold the bolt. Okay, can we start taking that off? Okay, now we're going to do the bottom side of it, the link, the bottom nut on it. So we have cleaned the threads with a wire brush. We have put WD-40 on it, the Allen key is on it. We're going to put the wrench on it, and hopefully it will come loose. So we're going to start loosening it. Let's go. It's not easy, especially when you got mud on it. So I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to have to use both arms now. So we have the old link out. Okay, we're going to put the new one on, and as you can see, they are different. The right and left are different. So you can see this one is for the right side, the passenger side. This one is for the driver's side. So don't struggle with them. Okay. And the new ones, the ones that I got, they need the grease points on them. So you see these two little fittings, this fitting and this fitting, they need to go, one needs to go here, so it's better to attach it first. And the other one will go on the, where is it on this thing? Oh, it's on the side, so this one goes here. So just put these in first, it's much easier to work with it. So these go just right here. So put these in, screw them in. Okay, so we have the grease points. They're already on. There's one there and there's one there. When you're installing this type of links, it doesn't have any Allen key. As you can see, there's no Allen key spot here. but what it has is you can put a wrench down here on the inside. So this particular one, it takes 17 here and it takes 18 here. Okay, so we have our one wrench. The 17-inch wrench is holding from inside. I'm going to tighten it up with the 18 wrench. I'm going to have to put the camera down because I got to do this now. Once you have the top tightened up, okay, go to this bottom one, and it's pretty well the same thing. I mean, you just tighten up put one wrench on the inside, one wrench on the outside, and tighten it up. Okay, so the last thing we got to do is grease the 2 points. So we grease here. Okay, and just watch how much grease you're putting in. You don't want it busting it here. So just when you see that it's bubbled up, you can see that's bubbling up, that's enough. And we do the same thing on the bottom. So now we're going to tackle that other sound. So it's just when you're driving, that same sound just amplifies, and it's just bothersome. So if you're hearing that kind of sound while you're driving, especially going over the bumps or potholes, that's what I would look for. We have the new stabilizer bar bushings, the ones that go right here. The ones that go right here, so that's where the play was. And you just, when you order them, they're going to ask you what size it is. So what I've done is I've measured the diameter here. Okay, so this is where I've measured the diameter. For this truck it is 30 millimeter. They come in, as I said, 3 different sizes. Just make sure you don't get the wrong one. And to get this off, you need to take the 2 bolts off. There's one right there. There is one right there. You don't actually have to take the tire off if you just want to do it on the ground. And they're both 14 millimeter. So once the bolts are off, you should be able to just slide it out. You slide it outside, get this off, and slide the rubber. If you can't, just pull this down a tiny bit. Sorry, if you can't, pull the stabilizer bar down a bit, and you should be able to slide the rubber out. Sorry, I know the camera is shaking, but I gotta do this. You can see the difference between the hole size between the new one and the old one, so it's just worn out. Put the new bushing on and tighten up the bolts. So as you can see, there is no play, there is no space around the bushing, and when you move it, it doesn't move. Do the same thing to the other side, and hopefully your Tacoma will stop rattling around. Thank you for watching our channel. Bye-bye.